Welcome back, you guys, and today we're going to do 0 to a million. So if you're new around here and you need a god squad like me, you are in the right place. So make sure to drop a like down below, and if you want to be in for the chance of winning EAFC, make sure to subscribe and send me proof over on Instagram. When we hit 15k, you will be in a chance of winning. There's going to be 6 copies away at the moment. We might get it up to 10 by the time the giveaway happens, so make sure to enter. And as usual, if you need coins in a quicker way, well, so if you guys are sick of losing at FIFA because your team isn't good enough or you're not good enough at the game, then right now you need to head over to skycoach.gg. Not only can they coach you in your weekend league or play your games for you, you can buy any amount of coins you want, and all of the services get 10% off right now with the code PRORECALL. Go check them out below. Make sure to click the link in the description, and let's get into it. Now, first of all, something you always want to do every day, just to see if there's some coins out of it, is go over to your preview pack, because that's always an opportunity to maybe make some coins. As you can see, they're not really great that much of the time, but you'll get the occasional special card, an 84 or an 85, where it really makes it worth it buying them. Then, obviously, we have a few other options. Of course, as I always go over, when you do icon SBCs, there's a bronze legend, born legend, and rising star. So you get 2 options for those. Now obviously I'm going to do Ronaldinho anyway because I'm stupid, and you also can obviously do these no matter what. So even if you're not going to complete the SBC, by doing these you get 2 tradable rare gold players back, which is obviously a decent reward, and the pack weight is very heavy. Now I'm not going to be completing this one right now, but as you can see I have no bronzes in my club because I've been completing them, and I will get back to that later. I've got a ton in the store right now and a ton of duplicates, so I can't show you the packs. Of course, the other thing we talk about right now is that if you have the coins to do it, it's a brilliant thing to do, or if you have the players in your club, you've obviously got the 81 plus tradable team of the week upgrade. Now you get 3 of these a day. It's an 82 squad plus an 84. Very simple requirements, and I know a lot of us don't have a lot in our clubs. I'm part of that club as well. I'm having to buy a lot of packs at the minute, but you've got the opportunity if you have stuff in your club there. Of course, if you have a little bit more in your club, you can go and do the TOTS version where you're going to get tradable TOTS or TOTS moment. So that one's guaranteed to be about 20 to 25k minimum, but obviously the ceiling of it, you could get a player worth like a mil. Whereas if you go over to the other one, the inform one, you can't really get more than like 100k, but if you go for the general, the minimum is going to be 30. So it's kind of a what do you prefer? What would you rather have? The guarantee of more coins or the potential of more? But if you can't do any of that, do a club gut. Basically go through your consumables, your club items and things like that, and just get rid of what you do not need. Now of course we are going to start off with doing some footy sniping, because finally we have a ton out right now. We've got Diego Carlos, we've got Griezmann, we've got Sancho, Carvajal. I mean, even on this filter alone, we can just go for attackers, and that is a filter. Now of course, don't worry guys, I understand it's probably not the one that we mostly want to do when we're trying to build coins, but it's just an example. You've now got Alvarez, Sancho, Royce, Jesus, yeah, that's the lot. But realistically, Royce and Sancho look like they're pretty in line with each other. If we take it over to another one, of course, if you just do England, you've obviously got Gomez and Sancho, and both of them are actually getting close in price. Now, of course, those are filters that we are going to talk about, but you might be thinking, well, I don't have the coins to do them right now, and that's perfectly fine. Don't worry, in this video, we're going to go through all budgets. I know I've probably done this in a little bit of a backward way, but it's good to have a look at these for those of you who are on kind of a higher end of things already. Realistically, from the scenes, Sancho is probably going to go down quite a lot. So I think he'll probably end up at about 500, maybe 400k within the next few days. And by the end of the footies, I think he'll be in the kind of 4 to 350 range. I don't think it'll be much more than that, because a lot of these cards drop now. In all fairness, I think Joe Gomez dropped a lot and then actually went up a lot, so you've got the potential there. But I'd say if you're sniping him, you want to be getting rid of him pretty quick. I mean, that one there, he's going for about 630, so that one there is pretty much bang on like break even. If we were to sell it, you probably want to be sniping about 550k. I know that sounds a lot under, but you will have a lot of people making the mistake of listing it like that. Then of course you can do centre back in Premier League. Now of course with this one, the reality is Gomez is a lot more expensive. You kind of have Carlos at around 200k right now, so he is definitely one of the cheaper ones. So as you can see, not a lot in the price there. Actually it looks like more like 150 right now. Maybe a better pairing for him would be Dumfries. So if we go to the 100k, Dumfries has obviously gone up a little bit since he came out of packs. We've got Carlos is going a little bit under there, and they're both pretty much sat at 150. So this is a pretty good mark to be sniping those for, because those two are pretty bang on in terms of where they are with each other. Now, of course, on the cam front, you can take yourself over to about 500k, and you're going to find Royce there. Now, of course, on this one, you can also get Sancho, and you can also get, there is another player, but I'm forgetting off the top of my head, Griezmann. Obviously, Griezmann's going to be a little bit further out, but you do have the opportunity sometimes, guys, to get those big snipes. I know they are massive, but they are sometimes there. Now, I've been told a lot that doing sniping with icons at the minute is brilliant. So we're going to have a look at the FUT Birthday Defenders. We finally got quite a few in this bracket. You've got Coman, you've got Desai, and I believe there is another one. And these guys go, I mean, if we have a look at FUTBin, I'm pretty sure these guys go for as low as 10k. Yeah, 14k is the cheapest you can sell one of these bad boys for. So realistically, take this down to around the 80k mark. We realistically, I mean, if we're selling them at 80, if that's actually what they're going for, I might buy those two. Let's have a look. It doesn't look promising. We'll try and say 65 as the minimum just in case, because no one's buying right now. We don't want to be the guys that get stuck with the L. What you want to do, go onto the sniping section, click Y and A on this bit, and then when the card comes up, you've just got to act fast. Now, I do think there's a good chance that you can get a lot of these cards and actually get a good value on a lot of them, because right now the market is mud, and I think you've got your better chance than any, but it's still a bit of a hit and miss. So you've got to spend a little bit of time, especially when you're going to be making maybe 5-10 a card. What I'd also say is it'd be good to go back to the shapeshifter icons and go for those individual ones that are a little bit better. So for example, if we go over to the likes of Portugal, we should only have Figo. Now Figo, he's actually available in the attacker pack. So if you think about it like that, all of the players available in the attacker packs are going to go down, which is why this Figo is actually now a little bit cheaper. And if we take this to what, 300k, we've got 245, 245, 295. So you can see he's obviously dropping. If you can find one maybe at 200k, you're absolutely laughing. Now, of course, all you got to do is get rid of those ones from the top end there. 240, is it 245 the cheapest? There, 245, 244. So you just spam compare price on here, and eventually someone's putting one up for 200 and you're absolutely laughing. Similarly, you can do that with Petite as well. You're going to be looking at a lovely result with that as well, because Petite has two quite cheap cards. So I think you've probably got a higher chance of getting, yeah, I mean, they're 180, 300, nothing really. Now, for those of you who want cheaper filters, obviously there are still going to be some of you who are on the lower end of things, which is understandable. Good ones right now: midfielder, Liga Santander, minimum 10,250, not minimum 100k, minimum 10,250, and Real Madrid. So that one's good because you have the likes of Vinny, you have the likes of Cruz, you have the likes of Modric. You've also got this Hazard card as well if you don't set it to gold, so that's a good one there. You've got quite a few specials in the mix there now. You can also go for Liga Santander for a kind of a lower one. You got FC Barcelona, then you can go special, not minimum 10,250, but you can just snipe the specials. All of the Barcelona specials are actually quite high value, so you can literally just snipe any of them. Other one that's on Barca, you can go for France. Obviously, you're going to find the likes of Dembele, and then you're going to find the likes of Koundé. Now, this Dembele card is so worlds above all of the Koundé specials, but if you do go for specials, what you will find is the informed Dembele, the informed Koundé, the World Cup Koundé, they're all pretty much in line at the minute, so you can make a good killing off of them. And if you do want something else on the lower end to make coins, of course, I've already completed it. Marquee matchups is a big one. You've got the SBCs here. I would suggest completing all of the Team of the Season and Team of the Week SBCs that get you tradable stuff back. You very rarely get tradable results from the SBCs, and although you might only get 20 or 30k, you know, if you've got the fodder there, it just makes sense. You've got to be utilizing stuff, because we're at the end of the game now. I've accidentally put a ton of FIFA points on, and I'm not sure whether EA are going to carry it over next year, because obviously it's a different game, so that's why I'm using them. But you don't need to waste money. You guys can do this using my videos, and of course, drop a like down below if you enjoyed, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you tomorrow.